Hi, and here's the second part of this week's comics. It wasn't all just about Fables. We had a few other pretty good titles coming out this week, and I am seriously glad I still went for the second issue in the new run of SuperBoy. Here we have SuperBoy and Poison Ivy teaming up. That should ring alarm bells straight away. This is Poison Ivy, Connor. You know, she's not going to be, you know, straight down the line, oh yeah, I need your help, of all the people that she could have picked. You know, there's something going on in the background, and obviously there is. Basically, Smallville has been overgrown with weeds and branches, and it's just made a mess of the whole town. And obviously Connor doesn't know why, and at the end of last issue Poison Ivy popped up and went, oh help me, I'm weak, there's something going on here. And you know, throughout the first half of the issue she says, oh I can feel it, we're getting closer, my powers are draining, you're gonna have to fight the way through. And eventually they get to this farmer's barn, where he seems to be connected to some huge bomb. Now, Connor is realising, you know, I'm not cut out for all this sciencey bit. How am I gonna save this poor man who's being used basically as a pawn in some way or other? So he's holding back, waiting to figure out what he's gonna do. But of course, Poison Ivy throws herself in though, pulls all the wires out of this man, and Poison Ivy, yes, you're back again, you're bad, I used you, this wasn't a team up. And we're all like, well, duh. But it's done very, very well. I mean, yeah, we all know Poison Ivy's not on the good guy's side. She never is, come on. She's always got some idea in the background of what's going on. Great part of this issue also is Connor's, I guess it's sidekick Simon. He's figured out that Connor is Superboy. Not that much of a leap to be fair to figure out. And he is basically your science geek. And basically Connor leaves him behind to take Poison Ivy to this barn where the big supposed bomb is. And he's left to watch a parasite that he just defeated in issue 1 with a superdog, Crypto. And while he's there, he takes a sample of parasite, goes back to his laboratory and looks and finds out, ooh, it does weird things with DNA and genes. So he has this sparkling idea, let's probably inject some frogs, and he makes parasite frogs, which, you know, he turns up in the nick of time, and he sets them on Poison Ivy, just in time for Connor, Superboy, to fly off with this huge big spherical what he thinks is a bomb. It explodes in the sky. We get some sort of X-ray picture of Superboy, and he comes back down and was like, well, thank God for that kind of thing. Everything seems alright. Oh, look at the debris around here. There are strange etchings within the debris of this bomb that's just exploded. And what we have again, sidekick Simon's left to clear up, and Connor flies off to take Poison Ivy back to Gotham. What we find out is there are some mysterious men hanging around Smallville. Yes, this was all a big plot to gain access to the physiology of the clone Connor. And now they have it all. What they're going to do with that now, well, that's what we're going to find out, hopefully, as we continue on. This is such an entertaining read. The artwork is very nice to look at. In a way, it's quite plain, but it's plain in a clean, concise, detailed, interesting way. It doesn't detract from the storyline, but it embellishes it as well. It's a very nice read, and I am on board with this one. What else did we have this week? Oh yes, Red Robin number 18. Solidly good title. Has been for a long time now. I was very worried about it very early on, but I guess it was just finding its feet, which I'm very happy it is certainly and solidly found now. This issue we have Red Robin flying off to Moscow. He's off to uncover the internet. This is a shadowy version of the internet, which we think is it Mikolek? He seems to be the villain in Moscow. He's using the internet to progress his villainous dealings with the underworld. So obviously Tim wants access to this, so he's gone over in the guise of Tim Drake. He's taken Tam with him. They're pretending to be making some sort of agreement between Moscow and Gotham to I don't know. I can't even remember why that was. But what we find as he's going there, at night obviously he's playing Red Robin, and he meets up with a fellow colleague, which is a Red Star. Now I don't know much about Red Star, only the fact that Red Star and when Red Robin was just Robin, they teamed up in various escapades, I'm sure. And you know, I didn't know all this, and I'm looking at this guy and I'm looking, that guy's got spooky red glowing eyes. I am not going to trust this guy. I don't care what's happened in the past. He is not to be trusted. Trust no one with red glowing eyes. That's my tip of the day. But, you know, basically Red Star is warning him, you know, you're on my turf now, just be careful and be a good boy. So Tam and Tim go to this meeting with Mikolek in the idea is to gain access to his computer so they can gain access to this internet. While this is happening, some mysterious girl crashes through the window, and there's a huge scene where, you know, Tim can't do much. He's still on his crutches, pretending to be, you know, an invalid, so no one knows he's Red Robin. So he has to do some pretty sneaky moves, and he realises that this mystery girl might have some information that he might need. So Red Star zooms in, tries to defeat this mysterious woman, but Red Robin Tim lets her get away. He obviously put a tracer on her so he can find her later on, which he does. And god damn it! Tim, you and your ladies, how many do you need? He's got so many on the go, and here's another one. He doesn't even know this girl's name. And there's a bit of whoosh going on. Anyway, what we have is, we find out that the calculator is behind, and he's financing Mikolek and this internet. And Red Star finds out where this mysterious girl has been hiding. He's either, you know, followed Tim, Red Robin, or he put his own tracker on, whatever. They have another huge fight, try and escape. Red Robin throws himself into Red Star's ship, which is actually full of missiles. That doesn't bode well now, does it? But, and just at the end, as Red Star catches up with Red Robin in his spaceship, Tim, the mysterious girl, and Tam, they all basically flake out and black out. The little earphone things that they've got in their ears short circuit or give them a blackout, and they all fall over, they've collapsed. And we get a little bit at the end where we think, Red Star, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He doesn't know what the hell's going on. And we're going to find out what happens next. Red Robin, great title, well written. This is one of my top 10 favourites of the year. Finally, this is a bit of an impulse buy. I'm not entirely sure what I think of it. It is a two-issue special, Batman Orphans. This is a... Now this annoys me because it starts off by saying this is a tale that happened a while ago. So this is obviously pre-Final Crisis, before Batman died. Because we have, let's see, we have Tim as Robin, we have Dick as Nightwing, and we have Bruce still obviously as the Batman. It is very difficult to tell at the start because of the artwork. The faces, you know, unless they said their names, you wouldn't have a clue really who was meant to be who. It's not until they stick, you know, their costumes on. I was still not sure until Dick put his Nightwing costume on that who was who, but fortunately we got there. Oh, I don't know what to say about this title. Right, let me see, my notes. I need to read my notes. So, we have someone that we think is Batman, collecting orphans, runaways, and making some, you know, kind of like a dark Teen Titans, really. And he's dressing them, well, especially one character, as the original Robin. And it does start off, Robin is dead on the floor, rain splashing down on him. Well, obviously we've got no more information on that, so we just think it's the real Robin, but no, it's someone just in a Robin costume. And we have this Batman. I think we all know once we get to the end that this, or at least we think it is, it's not really Batman. This is someone pretending to be Batman, which confuses things even more. But anyway, he's bringing them to his Bat Grotto, which is meant to be the Gotham that's been built, that was underneath but has been built on top of. So you have this rundown, derelict grotto where he's training these kids to be, well, I suppose you could say superheroes, but obviously we know there's some dark thing going on underneath this. And basically to join up here, which happens to one of the characters, is Francisco Ramirez. He gets taken under this Batman's wing, and to join, you know, your rite of passage is basically to be beaten up by people who are already in there, it would appear. So it just becomes a huge mess, to be honest. I mean, I read it and I enjoyed it. I love the art. It's the kind of art I like. It's very Bacalo, it's very Ramos type artwork, which I do particularly like when it's done very well and I know who's who. But the rest of it, the storyline, is just a complete mess. We've got lesbians in there. We've got people shooting up Venom. They've thrown Scarecrow into it now. We've got this Samantha Locke, who's a journalist for a very well, a kind of disreputable paper, the National Whisperer. And it's all, there's just too much going on. Yes, this title, you've got some extra pages in here, but it's still not helping make the story concise. As I said, given it's only 2 issues long, I will pick up the next one just to see what happened. I think the thing I enjoyed most about this issue was the artwork. Not necessarily a pickup, but you know, if you've got a few dollars, a few pounds spare, maybe give it a go. So that's it for me this week. There will be one more next week. The weekend after it's Christmas, so you won't get one then. And then the weekend after that, fingers crossed, I will do a best of 2010. So keep watching, keep commenting, keep subscribing, like it, hate it. Spread the word. Bye bye.